I cannot believe that I found this video after all these years. When I was younger and devouring the internet looking for anything related to card magic, I stumbled upon this very short video of Ed Marlo to the Godfather theme, and I watched it to death. I remember performing this exact same routine probably dozens of times to my mom in the failed attempt that I would get it anywhere near to the level of Ed Marlo. And it's just a simple routine using the bottom deal. He does two routines actually in a very short video, but you could see a lot of Marlo in this. So let's take a look at it and make sure that we could never see a woman naked ever again. I want you to notice a couple things about Ed Marlo's bottom deal, specifically that it doesn't have all the telltale signs of somebody doing a bottom deal. If you've ever seen me do anything other than these cheap bottom deals where you have to do another grip to the deck and maybe you have some subtlety over sleight of hand, such as the immediate bottom deal, you would think that I'm actually clinically retarded and unable to do anything with playing cards. But I want you to notice the immediate perfection of Marlo's demonstration of the bottom deal. There's no telltale sign with his ring finger, which is usually something that is a giveaway when it comes to a bottom deal. It's perfect. The cadence is smooth. There's no catching of air, and you could see that he demonstrates the aces at the end there. As I mentioned before, my favorite bottom deal is actually Ed Marlo's, and it's called the immediate bottom deal. I teach it on the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500 videos, going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be, all for the low price of $5 a month, and I'm always uploading new content, so check it out, baby. But that's a variation. That's good. The only hardship about the technique is that you could technically only do it once unless you regrip the cards. You might think that a bottom deal is only good for demonstrations such as this, showing the fact that you could actually deal cards from the bottom, top, middle, anywhere you want, but it's a very useful technique in forces, and as you're going to see in the second part of the clip, Ed Marlo makes use of it as a switch. So in this case, he uses the bottom deal as a very effective switch for an ace assembly. I wanted to show the entirety of the ace assembly so you don't complain and say, oh, PigCake, you stopped the video, just let it play. Well, here you see that he uses the bottom deal in two different instances. In this case, in the first iteration, he uses it as a switch. So he demonstrates all the aces one at a time on top of the little packet of cards that he has. And then using the ace of spades as a cover, he rips three bottom deals in a row as he's simulating placing those aces that he just showed on top of the deck on each subsequent pile. Of course, the ace of spades goes to the left, and now he's going to show another variation of the bottom deal, in this case using it right there to place the aces in the appropriate pile. So right now he's doing a bottom deal as he's dealing out supposedly the other cards on top of each and every single pile, and yet he's managed to deal those aces right back on top of that leader ace, the ace of spades. John Rockerbomber said that Ed Marlo loved variation, and in this case you see a perfect example of that where he uses the same move, in this case in two different ways. One is a switch, and in the other way in a traditional sense where he's able to sneak those aces right back on top of that leader pile with the ace of spades. This routine in and of itself is a wonderful way to practice your bottom deals because you're doing it twice. You're doing it in both different senses of its ability, and also you're doing it with smaller cards or a smaller amount of cards. So you're not doing it with the entire deck, you're doing it with maybe 12 cards. So that allows you to actually practice the technique without having to actually go through the rigor of doing it with an entire deck, which makes the technique exponentially more difficult to perform just because of the amount of cards between that top card and that bottom card. So this way you could actually do it easily and under a lot of cover. Usually it's done as a demonstration where the participants are staring down your hands and knowing that you're about to perform something of a bottom bill. Here, it's just used as a magic move where they're unaware of its existence to begin with. Very much so like my uncle being unaware of the fact that I actually like what he does to me in the game room closet when my mom's not looking.
I see you again, when 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 I see you again.